not just to see my friends and all that type of stuff, but to go learn. Like the kids nowadays, and I will just say in CPS, I'm not going to disrespect every other school district because every other school district is not the same. You know what I'm saying? So you got certain schools who do great. You got Kenwood who's really good. You know what I'm saying? What they do. You got your Morgan Parks, your Whitney Youngs, but then you got your Corliss, Harlan, CVS, Carver. You know all those schools. You know what I'm saying? It's just so messed up.
Again, that goes back to my larger point of accountability. Because at one point in time, we did, like during our generation, and I'm pretty sure there are some people now that are teachers that are passionate about teaching. The difference is you can have a teacher that's passionate and hold you accountable nowadays, and you'll have a parent that will come in and have an attitude with that teacher about holding their child accountable for what they're not doing in school.
Oh, no.
Where our generation is, we had a teacher hold us accountable, and your parent had to come up to school. Yeah. They was backing the teacher. It was a united front. Yeah, like, hey, you effing up.
Because that's another thing too, though, Backbody, that the kids don't respect the teachers anymore either. So that's another problem too. They're not respecting the teachers anymore. They're going to tell the teacher, shut the
yeah, I be saying
I'm gonna call my mama, and you got the kids now. They trying to square with the teachers.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's happening. You got TikTok. I'm pretty sure algorithm may have ran that about you once or twice. I watch kids square with their teacher, bro. Like they was just we finna get it, and they trying to teach a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
I square up with my teacher. I'm gonna have multiple fights this day. There's no way I'm going home and not getting them up, man. signing up for a King of the Ring or something, man. You pull that.
Oh man. All right. We took a hard swing to the left with that topic. Good conversation though. All right, so let's get back to the men's health part. In video games, we see our favorite heroes cry, wrestlers, martial arts. They talk about crying, right? Is that seen as a weakness for a man to cry? Is that a way to release tension and emotion?
That's an emotion, right?
Is it? I'm asking.
Can we produce tears?
Yeah.
So, no.
Okay. Why is
not a weakness to me?
Why is it not done more often?
Because some people have this irrational view of society that men aren't supposed to cry. And to me, it's like, dude, if you a man and somebody can dictate to you when you can and can't cry about
it, it's not somebody, it's society, right?
I'm not gonna. I could care less what society think. If I cry about something like me losing my grandmama, so like that, this person meant a lot to me, man. Yeah, I'm a cry. And I ain't got no problem, in doing that. And I don't care who sees it because I need to process it in order to get back to where I need to be.
And I hear that, right? But I think in our society, it's a very small percent. It's a very small percent of people that do it openly. Now in private, that's different. I'm talking like openly, right? It's a very, very small percent. But I think that narrative needs to change. I just think it needs to change because we see our heroes, we see it in movies, we see it all the time, but it's not reality.
So I'm gonna say this: it's generation. So this is a generational thing. So I can't count on me until I see my old man cry. Be perfectly honest. I cannot count. I can probably count on my hand how many times the old man cried, and he's in his 60s. It's certain times he will cry. When my grandfather passed away, that was one. When my grandmother passed away, that was one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't see my old man do that. My old man, to me, he's my Superman. You know what I'm saying? Even me being 43 years old, you know what I'm saying? My old man could do anything and everything. But even I know there's times where you be like, you may not show it, and as men, we're not supposed to show it. But we have kryptonite too. We have a weakness like anybody else does.
Oh yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah, I just see it like I saw my old man cry a couple of times. I didn't see my grandfather ever cry that much, but there was a handful of times where I can remember him actually crying. When he was on his deathbed. I saw him, tears coming in his eyes as I sat there holding his hand, and sometimes I just look at it like I said. I prioritize my mental health, and I realize when I'm holding stuff in and stuff, I am nowhere near my best.
It weighs too much.
Oh yeah, it weighs too much on you. You know, and I think acknowledging that and being aware of that is key. I think it's very important. Do I allow myself to cry? Ida, the last time I cried was at our wedding, so you better hold your yeah. Teachers,
you didn't cry when you had your son?
What? No.
You didn't cry when you had your son? Bro?
No.
Really?
No, I didn't cry when I had my son.
I didn't cry.
No.
I did.
No, I didn't cry when I had my son.
It was a special moment, dog.
It was a special moment, but it was more of a energetic explosion, not tears.
I like when he used that big college word.
Energetic explosion. This guy over here. Teachers are afraid to either speak
To speak up or
reprimand the child because they don't have their parent. Look, I couldn't be no teacher because I will smack the dog out of somebody acting crazy. All right. Let's get into the good topic that's going on this Saturday. Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford. Is this a bullshit money fight, or is this a real test of two good warriors finna fight? Because I feel like this fight was announced out of nowhere.
Both.
Yep.
Both.
Says both?
It's a money grab.
It's a money grab?
It's always going to be about the money, you know, for
both.
any boxing
It's
fight. That's just the culture of boxing right now. It's about.
But that's not what Terrence Crawford wanted to fight.
It's about the money.
No, hell.
Who did Terrence want to fight originally, though?
This is the fight to make.
Hold on,
They've been
let's
hinting at
pause.
this for a while now.
Rock said, good question for you, fella. What is it, masculinity in 2025? What is it? Oh, you know, I be trying to stay away from them questions. Masculinity, femininity. I be staying away. But what is masculinity in 2025?
I'll tell you what it ain't. The Green Bay Packers.
Damn. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What is masculinity in 2025? What is it? And I'll ask this. Is there such a thing as toxic masculinity? And I wouldn't. I don't use the word toxic. I don't like to use.
But you have to use the word toxic.
I like to use arrogant. I don't like to use toxic.
Those are two different meanings.
Really, is it?
Yes.
Well,
those are two different meanings.
but I don't like to use the word toxic. But it's been
But
used
is
a
it
lot.
toxic, though, is the question.
Is
If
it
it's
toxic?
toxic, then it's toxic. You got to call it like you see it. A spade is a spade.
Well, no, that's what.
See, a
that's,
lot of the stuff they were saying was toxic masculinity was just regular masculinity. Like, man.
well, no, it's. I think there's a such thing as being arrogant with it. Being arrogant, having a chip on your shoulder, coming off as an asshole. That's a difference. Like if, you know, I always hear Mr. Tate. I'm not gonna say his name, Mr. Tate, right? Masculinity isn't one size fits all anymore. It's a layer of conversation. I disagree. I disagree. It's not a one fit. I think. Well,
It was never one size fit all.
So she got a point. It's not one size fits all.
It's not one size fits all,
Yeah.
but it's still similar from the same root. It's like a tree. Like it's a tree. It's still the same root, but it branches out. But that don't mean that the root is the path didn't start from the same place. I don't know if that makes sense.
I'd agree with her.
I mean, Ida.
Don't
Get
do
out
that.
of the comments.
Don't do that. Look, be careful with your words now. You might cry when we leave. You know what I'm saying?
I would say this. I say masculinity is the show of strength of a man, right? But it can also be the belittling of another person. It can also be the shameful or shaming of another person. But I also think is to show I'm gonna say the lion, or because I'm a Leo, right? Just show the lion of the pride, right? But don't do that. But what is masculinity? Is the word just bad? Is the word masculinity just overall bad, or is it just we taking it and we made it bad? Because
No, I agree with that. Now that I'll say that one. We took the word and we made it.
we took the word and we made it bad.
So I don't think we necessarily made the word bad because it's a lot of pushback from the whole toxic masculinity stuff. Because I'll put it to you this way: someone can look at me as showing like a level of toxic masculinity because I don't do like gender neutral parenting with my son or so. My son can't play with no dollhouse. He can't wear dresses. There's like, none of that stuff. I don't care what any new age parent does. Not my kid. Not in my house. We don't do that. You're a little boy. We gonna behave as a little boy. Now, if I'm toxic, if I'm expressing toxic masculinity for saying that, so be it. I don't give a